Sophie Turner seen emerging from Taylor Swift's NYC home with daughters after actress and husband Joe Jonas agreed to keep children in state amid custody battle. Sophie Turner was spotted leaving Taylor Swift's New York City home as she navigates her messy divorce and custody battle with estranged husband Joe Jonas. The Game of Thrones star, 27, appears to be crashing at her superstar pal's Tribeca townhouse with her two daughters, days after the couple agreed to a court order to temporarily keep the children in the state, DailyMail.com photos show. Sophie, who made headlines last week after she was seen joining forces with fellow Joe Jonas ex, Taylor, 32, in NYC, had been staying at the St. Regis Hotel with daughters Willa, 3, and Delphine, 1. But on Wednesday morning the British actress was seen in exclusive DailyMail.com photos emerging from the pop star's home with her two little girls. The mom of two, who looked fresh-faced and in good spirits, appeared to be sending the girls off elsewhere as she helped tuck them into the back of a black SUV with their belongings. The driver gave her a hand in loading two packed suitcases plus a portable crib into the vehicle. She then saw her girls off before heading back inside Swift's home. It looked as though Sophie, who was makeup-free and in her pajamas, with her hair pulled back in a messy ponytail and her sneakers half on, had stepped out to take care of mommy duties after spending the night at her new bestie's house. She wore the same Puss Casino brand sweatshirt she was seen wearing during a night out in Manhattan last week, and again days later when she was snapped leaving the St. Regis. Since news of her divorce broke, Sophie has been photographed without her wedding ring in New York, but was wearing the band again as she tended to her kids Wednesday morning. The young mom, however, removed it hours later, when she was seen stepping out in the city with a friend that afternoon. Now glammed up and dressed, Sophie and her female friend stopped by Bubby's restaurant in Tribeca where they grabbed some refreshments before being picked up by an Uber. The outing follows reports that Swift has been providing Turner a shoulder to lean on in the wake of her shock split from Jonas. Last week the all-too-well hitmaker was reported to have hosted the actress at her place for a girls' night, according to Page 6. Turner and the pop singer, who briefly dated Jonas in 2008 when they were both just teenagers, were seen last week linking up and having dinner at the luxury Hotel Barrier Fouquet with several other friends. While the 12-time Grammy winner did not share any photos from their night out, she has a reputation for throwing fabulous shindigs over the years, from epic 4th of July parties to a New Year's Eve costume party. Days before that outing, Taylor and Sophie were reported to have gone partying until 2 a.m. after having a low-key dinner at Via Carota restaurant. The blonde duo also enjoyed martinis and caviar bumps at the trendy celeb Haunt Temple Bar. A source told People that it cheered Sophie up and that she enjoyed the normalcy of it all. They were normal. Completely normal. Everyone was all excited, but they were normal, an insider recalled, adding, Sophie seemed to be enjoying the night. Earlier on Wednesday DailyMail.com reported that Turner is trying to move her divorce case to her native UK weeks after Joe Jonas filed for separation in Florida, his lawyers said. The Game of Thrones star is said to have initiated proceedings in a British court as she seeks to return her two children to England. It's the latest development in the couple's bitter divorce saga and could likely further complicate the case that is now being handled by 3 different courts across 2 countries. A hearing took place on Wednesday in Miami courtroom, where Jonas, 34, first filed for divorce on September 1st, with Turner finding out 4 days later. Sources close to Jonas have claimed that in the lead-up to the split, the British actress had been out partying while the singer had been looking after their daughters on his own for some time. Turner fired back a bombshell legal filing at a court in New York, the 3rd court where the couple are battling each other. There she accused Jonas of refusing to hand over the girls' passports so they could return to England with her and cited an international child abduction law. Earlier this week DailyMail.com revealed that both sides had agreed to an interim consent order to keep the girls in New York until the matter is resolved. During the 15-minute remote hearing in Miami, the first hearing in any jurisdiction, neither Turner nor Jonas was present. Joe's lawyer Tom Sasser said that ahead of the next hearing there would need to be depositions. He also called Turner's request to stop the Miami proceedings entirely particularly concerning and problematic. He claimed that she had elected to initiate a UK divorce proceeding and wanted to stop these proceedings in their tracks. Turner's attorney Beth Vogelsang told the judge, "That's not what we're saying," and argued that they only wanted to stay on Judge Young making an order in the divorce until the New York case is resolved. Judge Young told the court that he would deal with everything else in the divorce apart from the children. When Vogelsang requested that her client appear remotely for the next court date, Judge Young replied, "Your client will be here and will be in my courtroom." He added that he wanted to set a date in mid-December as most film studios shut down around then. The judge offered both parties 3 dates and told them to notify him which one they preferred. "Jonas will have to come in person too," the judge said. Turner and Jonas were married in 2019 but, according to legal filings, their marriage rapidly broke down in August after an argument. The nature of the argument has not been revealed, although sources close to Jonas have claimed that he saw something on his Ring security camera that convinced him his marriage was over. Jonas sources have claimed to TMZ that she, Turner, likes to party and that he tried to salvage the relationship while looking after the kids. The estranged couple issued a joint statement on September 6, which read, "After 4 years of wonderful marriage, we have mutually decided to amicably end our marriage." There are many speculative narratives as to why, but truly this is a united decision, and we sincerely hope that everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children. 3 weeks later, Turner filed a petition for the return of their children to England at the court in New York. The filing claimed that the former couple's daughters have been wrongfully detained in New York City from their habitual residence in the UK. The children's friends, family schools, activities, medical and dental care are all in England, according to court papers. The lawsuit cites the Convention on the Civil Aspects of International Child Abduction, also known as the Hague Convention, which was ratified by both the US and the UK, and grants courts the ability to order the return of a child if they are wrongfully removed. Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner's second daughter's name has finally been revealed. 14 months after her birth amid the couple's contentious divorce. The name of Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner's second daughter's name has finally been revealed amid the former couple's contentious divorce. According to custody filings, obtained by Page 6, the singer, 34, and 2-time Emmy winner, 27, reportedly have a 14-month-old little girl called Delphine. Delphine comes from the Greek word Delphis, which translates to dolphin in English and is pronounced Delphine. The rare moniker has never made it to the top 1,000 names list and previously peaked at 2,893 in 2015. In 2021, only 41 babies per million were given the name, according to Mom Junction. The site noted that famous people with the name include French model Delphine Westbisser, Delphine Claire Belchin-Seyrig, best known for her films last year at Marienbad, and Francois Truffaut, and French professional footballer Delphine Glees. The moniker has been included in a number of TV series like Orphan Black, the 2018 action thriller movie Atomic Blonde, and the novel Delphine by Germaine de Stael. While they have not confirmed the name or its significance, the duo lived in Miami, Florida, home to the Miami Dolphins football team, in 2021. The pair ultimately sold their waterfront mansion for a whopping $15 million in 2023. Earlier this month, in court documents obtained by Daily Mail, their 2 children, including their eldest Willa, 3, were referred to by their initials, W.J. and DJ. Both the Game of Thrones actress and her estranged spouse have revealed very little about either of their little ones. On Monday, Turner and Jonas agreed to temporarily keep their children in New York, according to court documents. Just days after the actress, 27, demanded her estranged husband, 34, return their 2 young daughters to England, the pair agreed to an interim consent order that bans both parties from removing the kids from the state. The court agreement, filed on Monday and obtained by DailyMail.com, states that their 2 daughters must remain in New York's southern or eastern districts, an area which covers New York City, the Hudson Valley, and Long Island. According to the filing, Sophie and Joe have agreed to the entry of the attached proposed interim consent order, without prejudice to either party's claims and defenses, prohibiting the removal of the parties' children from the jurisdictions, pending further order of this court. The court order was filed to protect the well-being of the children involved, the document filed by Turner's lawyer Stephen Cullen states. But it is also to prevent the children's further removal or concealment before the final disposition of the petition. The filing comes as an apparent truce between the exes after exchanging allegations against each other over the last 2 weeks. A draft copy of the order must now be signed by Judge Catherine Polk-Fila, who is overseeing the case. It cites the Hague Convention on the Civil Aspects of International Child Abduction and the International Child Abduction Remedies Act as the law governing the dispute. The first hearing is due to take place at the federal court in Manhattan on October 3rd.